Okay, this is Scott, and I was just about to sit down and write out some steps for how to file a ticket with Blackboard, but I thought maybe it would be easier to just say it out loud and maybe a little easier to follow too. So if you're going to submit a ticket to Behind the Blackboard, BehindtheBlackboard.com, as opposed to Blackboard Student Services, or what used to be called Presidium, there's a few key pieces of information you need. One is that besides the URL, which is https behind.blackboard.com, you need to have a login ID and password. There's one named angel administrator per college that can submit these tickets. So if you're that person and you don't have your login ID and password, contact Mark Carbon at WAOL for help. You may also need our client ID, which is a number that across the entire WAOL system, it's a 6-digit number, 1720099. You may or may not need that. So before you decide to file a ticket with Blackboard, you probably want to check a few places to see if there's already one existing or if there's some sort of a product-wide problem that they already know about. Good places to check would be the Angel listserv. If you're not already subscribed, you can Google that and get subscribed. It's Angel-L, Angel listserv. Also, the WAOL admin listserv is a good place to check to see if somebody has already reported something, because if they have and they have a ticket in, then you want to add to that ticket as opposed to creating a new one. But if it's time to create a ticket, I'm going to go to BehindtheBlackboard.com, put in my username and password, and click Login. And then once I get logged in, the first thing I'm going to do is look at recent tickets to see if there's already something that's been submitted that's similar to what I'm encountering. And I'm also going to search. I can search the tickets here. But if I don't see anything that's similar to what I'm experiencing, what my users are experiencing, I can go to Support Cases here. And I can create a new case. And I'll choose the product, which is Angel, and the version, which for us is 7.4. The next question is production or non-production, and it's almost always going to be production. Unless you're using the test server, we're talking about production. And then you have to give it a category. And so like for this case, I could say it's the Dropbox. There it is. Okay, and hit continue. Now it's going to ask for more information. It's going to want me to give a summary of the problem. I could say and then it's going to ask me about severity, and almost always it's going to be severity 3 here that I'm reporting. This is something where there's a definite duplicatable problem, but it's not mission critical and it's not affecting a lot of people. Severity 2 is going to be something like, Angel is still afloat, but there's a major problem like assessments across the entire state are not submitting correctly or something big. And then severity 1 is system down. And then in the description of the problem, I'm going to want to give them as much information as I can about who, when, and where. So user IDs, course IDs, exact times, locations within the course, specific names of content items, that kind of thing. All that real specific information so they can go and see the problem themselves. And then steps to replicate. I logged in, I went here, I did that, this is what happened. And it's also, if you haven't collected it before you started your ticket, it's very important to find out what browser and what version of the browser your users were using, and also operating system. And then sometimes the URL user accessed is important as well, because we have multiple login methods to get to WAOL Angel, and then there's also there are also some colleges where people log into WAOL Angel to do these courses, and they log into their own local Angel a different way. So that's another thing to check. For attachments, if you're working with files, if you have file types that you're trying to upload or download or drop off or whatever, if you can give them a sample, and also screenshots. If you create a screenshot image, that's also very useful. When you click Submit, you'll get a ticket number. And just like you wanted to check to see if other people had already created tickets about an issue that you're looking into, as soon as you've got your ticket ID, you want to share that with other people who also might be affected. So the WAOL admin list serve is a great way to do that, or if you're working directly with people. I hope this has been helpful.